Hey y'all, welcome back to the Thursday edition of the Sports Report. I'm your host, Landon with Bethea. Coming up, we have Cowboy baseball and their game versus Wichita State. Then we have the Cowgirl golf team rounding out their season in Fort Worth, Texas. Along that, we will preview Cowgirl softball, plus a former 5-star QB just entered the Big 12. All of this coming up next. Starting off on the diamond, where Cowboy baseball defeated the Wichita State Shockers 8-5 Tuesday night. This marked the second time that the Cowboys have defeated the Shockers in the span of a week, and the win moved the number 3 ranked Cowboys to 24-9 on the season. The win was credited to Houston Morrill, who threw 2 perfect innings while striking out 4 batters. The win was without a doubt a team effort, but I want to talk about one individual real quick. Griffin Doersching. The man hit an estimated 500-foot home run. This not only was extremely awesome to watch, but it also extended the Cowboys' lead by 2 runs, making it 4-1. It would have been hard for the Shockers to mount any comeback at this point, but the Cowboys removed any chance at a comeback as Brett Brown homered in the 8th, making it 5-1. The Cowboys would go on to make it 8-1, but a last-inning grand slam from the Shockers would make it 8-5. It was a solid game from the Cowboys at the plate, and perhaps a momentum boost as they head into Morgantown this weekend for a Big 12 series against West Virginia. The first pitch is scheduled for 5:30 p.m. Also this week, the number 7 ranked Cowgirl golf team capped off their regular season at the Water Chase Country Club in Fort Worth, Texas, by finishing 3rd. This season marked the first time since 1974 that the Cowgirls finished top 3 in each regular season tournament. The Cowgirls finished 6 under as a team, but all 5 Cowgirls finished in the top 25 individually. This should serve as great confidence for the Cowgirls as they will head into the Big 12 Championship, where head coach Greg Robertson has won his last 7 conference tournaments. All right, it's about time we talk about who the player who just entered the Big 12. But before we do that, it's time to take a look at the upcoming series for Cowgirl softball. The number 6 ranked Cowgirls come off a series victory over Iowa State as they took 2 games out of 3 in the Ames this past weekend. They look to turn this success towards Kansas as they will host the Jayhawks in a Big 12 series this weekend. The Cowgirls hope to continue their defensive dominance as they rank 3rd nationally with only 18 errors. Pitcher Kelly Maxwell has also been to thank for the stout Cowgirl defense. Kelly Maxwell averages 12.5 strikeouts per 7 innings, which ranks 2nd nationally. The Cowgirls have been rolling so far this season, and they will return to action this week with the first pitch being thrown on Thursday. Well, it is finally time. So who is the 5-star QB that will be playing in the Big 12 this next season? The name is J.T. Daniels, and if it's not the name you know now, well, it's a name that you should remember. Daniels transferred from Georgia to the University of West Virginia to reunite with his offensive coordinator from USC. Daniels started out his collegiate career at USC, however, it was Georgia where he began to fully build his resume. In 9 games with Georgia, he threw 17 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. More notably, Daniels was 7-0 as a starter. The winning habits of Daniels is something that West Virginia could benefit from as they went 6-7 last year and 5-4 in the Big 12. The Mountaineers will not be the only team with potential at the QB position. There are many QBs who could be dangerous next season in the Big 12. There's Baylor's Jerry Bohannon. There's Oklahoma's Dylan Gabriel. There's also the Longhorn QB Quinn Ewers, who was the talk of college football for a while this past recruiting season. It is also worth mentioning that Spencer Sanders could also have a great season next year. As you can see, there's a whole lot of QB talent in the Big 12 next year, which will make for some very entertaining football. All right, guys, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to tune in next week for another Thursday Sports Report. I'm your host, Landon Bethea, and I hope all of you have a phenomenal rest of your weeks.